Welcome, Junior Tuckies. My name is Mrs. Ramlal. This video is in the section called Animal Tissues, and this video is based on exam question 4. But before you watch the exam videos, make sure you watch the theory videos, print the worksheet, and have the memo with you at hand. Right. This is question 4. Now, in the first part, the first diagram, these are electron micrograph photos of different animal tissues. In the second diagram that you see here, this is parts of the human body. So what you will be able to, you must know is which tissues are found in these different parts of the body. It's actually a very nice question. It's a lovely question to be asked. Right, let's go down and look at the question. It has 4.1 to 4.4 and it's 8 marks. Now, let's get down to answering the question. So, which tissue on the micrograph A to F, which is the tissues, will make up organ labeled U? And they want the tissue and the name. Sorry, the letter and the tissue name. So, U. Let's look at U. You can see that person is lying down on his arm and his muscles are holding him up. So that is muscle tissue. What we have to do from A, B, C, D, E, and F, we have to know which one is muscle tissue. Now, that's the muscle in your hand. And that is voluntary muscle. And it's muscle you can move. So what is the major structure for you to identify in between striated muscle tissue? It has stripes. Striations means stripes. So C is your answer. They wanted the letter and the name, so striated muscle tissue. Now let's go and see. Yes, C, striated muscle tissue. Right, 4.2. They only give the letter of the tissue A to F, which forms structure labeled W. Let's go to W now. W is pointing to, if you look, there is a little long line, and around the long line, or where the long line is going through, of course, W is your vertebrae. And your vertebrae, we know, is bone tissue. So they want to know in that W, what tissue makes up W, and that's your bone tissue, and your answer should be D. Right. Give the letter of the tissue name, which forms part of cord V. Now immediately it's cord V, and it's going through the vertebrae, so we know that that's the spinal cord. And the spinal cord is made up of nervous tissue, which I can identify as F. Right. 4.3. Give the functional difference between C and E, 2 marks. C and E. C, I can see it's striated muscle tissue. E is smooth muscle tissue. So here you can see major difference. One has striations, there's no striations. Now, this striated muscle tissue is also known as voluntary muscle tissue, meaning you can control it. But smooth muscle tissue is involuntary, meaning you do not control this tissue at all. Right, so let us see. Striated muscle tissue, voluntary; smooth muscle tissue, involuntary. Right, one major difference. Right, let's go to 4.4. Explain what will happen if tissue F failed to function, for 2 marks. Tissue F is the nervous tissue. Now we know the nervous tissue picks up stimuli, senses stimuli in the environment and picks up chemical changes. Now, if that will not take place, of course, the body will be in danger. The body will obviously not be able to sense any stimuli, any chemical changes in the body, and of course, the organism will eventually die. Right, that was question 4. Thank you for joining me in watching this video on exam question 4. Join me and watch all my other videos as well.